This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
Tonight's YCN Game of the Week is in Lebanon, New Hampshire for today's gridiron clash between the host Raiders as they take on their rivals, the Hanover Marauders, in this annual Principals Cup showdown. YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team and so much more. Hermonto's in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Welcome in, I'm Jeremy Stout. Shortly I'll be joined by Andrew Zerhide, and tonight the big matchup, Hanover-Lebanon. Hanover coming into this game 3-0. Lebanon off a loss versus John Stark 1-1, and Hanover trying to keep it going. They won last year at home in Hanover. Now they come across to Lebanon and see if they can keep it up. And as we talk to Andrew here, first we'll go to the Hanover Marauders. Obviously 3-0, a great start to the season. How are they going to keep it going tonight?
Yeah, so we're going to be keeping an eye on quarterback Alex Mosenthal and running back Caleb Putnam. Both are seniors. Look for these upperclassmen to really be running the offense here.
And Lebanon, they obviously lost a big piece in a running back last year. They're struggling out of the gate a little bit, 1-1, seeing if they can avenge last year's loss to Hanover.
Yeah, we're going to be keeping an eye on their quarterback running back duo as well. John Willeman, the quarterback sophomore, and Matt Islander, the senior running back. He's also a tight end. He's also very good at catching balls, so look for those two to really be running the Raider offense here tonight.
All right, it's Hanover and Lebanon, the Principals Cup, YCN Game of the Week. It's next.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week, and welcome to our Facebook Live audience. We are here in Lebanon, New Hampshire for the annual Principals Cup between the Hanover Marauders and the Lebanon Raiders. Hanover coming into this game 3-0. Lebanon 1-1 off a loss last week to John Stark. Hanover will be kicking off. Lebanon receiving back there to receive it. Out at the goal line, it's picked up, and that'll be run back out of the end zone. Wrapped up, nice tackle there by the Marauders. On the return was number 87, Bradley Plodzik. So Lebanon will set up for their first possession looks like they'll spot that at the 23-yard line. So, Andrew, we are ready to go, and we've done, I believe, I don't know if this is the third or fourth year we've done this game, but we did do it last year. Hanover-Lebanon over in Hanover, now back here in Lebanon, obviously. Exciting matchup, and being so close together, got a lot of fans from both teams here. Handoff up the middle. Gets past the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up a few yards. Quarterback tonight, number 5, Jonathan Willeman, will be under center. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 for the Raiders.
Yeah, this is always a fun matchup, the Principals Cup. Usually it's a good game, too. I believe last year Hanover won that.
Yeah, they stopped I believe it was a 3-game winning streak for Lebanon. Hanover with the exciting season that they had last year, and then Hanover beat Lebanon in the playoffs last year as well. So this rivalry continued into the postseason last year. Off the left side is number 27, Matt Islander. And he can't get quite to the 30-yard line, 29-yard line. 3rd and about 5.
Tune in every week for YCN Sports Talk, focusing on our region's college and professional sports with the Salt Hill Pub NFL Picks of the Week and YCN Sports Wrap of high school varsity sports. They can be seen on Sunday at 2 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. Check your local listings for other air times.
Here it is, Lebanon at 3rd and 5. Willeman under center, man in motion. Hands off to the man in motion. That's number 15 on the carry, Ryan Sullivan. He gets to the edge, but not much more. He's not going to get the first down. That'll bring up 4th down.
That was Alexander Mosenthal there on the tackle. Nice job by him. Wrapping the ball carrier up from Lebanon. He really needed to make that play for his defense. Good job by Hanover so far, forcing a 3 and out, making a statement early.
So Lebanon will punt it away. 2 men back to receive for the Marauders, 21 and 22 back there. Simon and Griffin, and that one goes to Griffin Young. Cuts it back up the left side across the 50-yard line, and that's where Hanover will take over. With 9:27 to go in the first quarter, we'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Harris Family Furniture in Plymouth, Laconia, and Chichester.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Hanover taking over now on the Lebanon 49. Pitch to the outside, and ball is on the ground. It's loose, and I believe a couple Lebanon defenders jumped on the ball. Looks like it will be Lebanon ball. Yes, it is. Turnover on the first play from scrimmage. And that might have been number 15, Caleb Putnam, the senior running back. Called his name throughout the years. First play, fumbled, and Lebanon takes over. Now they have it at their own 45.
I believe that was John Willman there on the recovery. Nice job by him. It's obviously the quarterback, so offensive, defensive, dual threat.
Under center here, 2 running backs behind him, and he hands off immediately. Is tackled, the running back, at about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or 2 gain. So we'll see where the refs spot this one. They're going to say he did gain a couple yards up to the 47-yard line.
If you're interested in advertising on any of YCN's programs, Outside Television and Heroes and Icons Network, or might want your local event, parade, or concert televised, contact us at info@ycnnow.com.
So Lebanon has the ball, 2nd down and 8. Their second offensive possession. First one, they went 3 and out and then forced a fumble on Hanover's first play from scrimmage. 3 running backs. Williman will keep it. He is chased immediately, but he gets it away. Nice play out into the flats, caught by number 27, and he'll rush for a first down after the catch. So a nice little heads-up play there, getting it to Islander, and a big first down all the way up to the Marauder 36-yard line.
Nice job by the Lebanon quarterback there. He extended that play by moving in the pocket and finding Islander outside on the right sideline. Turned what looked like could be a loss of yards into a big play. Nice job by Lebanon, and clearly they have some momentum after that fumble recovery.
So bring up 1st and 10. Raiders moving the ball here. Throw it again. This time he gets it out to Islander in the backfield. He'll rumble forward, avoiding a couple tackles, almost getting to the first down marker. He may have enough. And they will say 2nd down and about 1. So, Andrew, that's clearly looks like that's going to be the, not the secret weapon because everyone knows it, but that's got to be kind of that outlet pass and safety check down. Getting it to Islander in the flat, maybe behind the line of scrimmage, maybe a couple yards out. They're going to try and run that play a lot because when he gets the ball, he can really move.
Yeah, clearly they're having a lot of guys just block for Islander, and it's working out well so far.
This time they'll hand it off to Islander, and he gets it up the middle for the first down easily. And they'll move the chains.
6, Caitlin Thomas on the tackle. First down Raiders. On the Hanover 17-yard line.
Subbing in for the Raiders is number 37, Philip Melish. And the Raiders do use multiple running back sets. As we've seen, they've already had a couple snaps with 3 running backs, and they will do that again here. And a little bit of early movement on the line of scrimmage. That one's Bradley Plodzik. number 87. A little early movement there. So as we mentioned, Lebanon coming into this one 1-1. They beat Merrimack Valley in their first game, 32-14. They had the early bye, week number 2. They had the bye. They came out of the bye, lost to John Stark 26-21. 6-4 team last year, losing to Hanover, as we mentioned, in the quarterfinals, 13-10. And for Hanover, they are undefeated, 3-0, beating Laconia, Merrimack Valley, and Pembroke last week, 40-0. Handoff again goes to Islander. Up for a few yards. Maybe almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
The YCN scoreboard sponsor is LaValle Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Thank them for their longtime support of YCN sports.
So they did get back to the original line, so 2nd and 10. Clock continuing to move as we approach the 6-minute mark here, remaining in the first quarter. Lebanon moving the ball nicely. This handoff the left side going to number 34, Solomon Mellish. Switching it up, giving Islander a breather on that play. 3rd down and 5. So big play here. If you are Hanover, maybe 4-down territory for Lebanon, but if you're Hanover, you can stop them and at least force them to make a decision. Looked like some early movement, but nothing was called. Nicely done. Tripped up in the backfield by the defender. Mellish couldn't get much as ankle was grabbed just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Maybe fell forward for a couple yards, but either way, that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and I believe that was Nick Putnam there on the tackle from the Marauders. Nice job by him. And yeah, like you said, Lebanon having to make a decision here. We've talked about last year, Hanover was a very good kicker, and Moises Salaya, very reliable, good kicker, good punter. So it definitely changes their game plan, but it looks like Lebanon's going for it.
They'll go for it on 4th and 3. Quarterback will keep it himself, rolling out, looking to run. He's going to get dragged down from behind. And then a little extra toss after he was already falling out of bounds, but no flag on the play, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. It will be Hanover football deep inside their own end, so a good play to go for it on 4th down, I think, there. So with 4:38 to go, no score in the first quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, Hanover Marauders taking over on downs, and first play from scrimmage on that drive will be a run up the middle. 22, Griffin Young was able to hold on to it. And I do like that play. Andrew, I know we were talking about, you were mentioning the kicker for the Raiders, but when you're that deep in the territory, 4th down, now Hanover, yeah, they have the ball back. You didn't get any points out of it, but if Hanover has to drive 90 yards to score. So it's
true, yeah.
You know, I know people will say it's a low-scoring game, get some points, get on the board, but if you trust your offense, if you don't trust your offense to get 3 yards, then I don't know what you're doing with that.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you, Jeremy. And I mean, look how far we've seen now. Hanover's going to face 3rd down and about 7. So I mean, already the Marauders push back very far, and if they can hold them here to 3 and out, the punt will probably be about midfield, which would set Lebanon up pretty well. So I think going forward on 4th and 3, just to get 3 yards, the risk reward, I think it's definitely worth it.
And we know, I mean, even though the Lebanon Salaya is a good kicker, there's still some inconsistencies in high school football kicking games. So there's no, it's not like a chip shot in the NFL where it's a guarantee. Quarterback dropping back to pass, overthrowing is Mosenthal. He had somebody out there, I believe that was Graham Penfield, but it was overthrown, so incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, local sports fans, 94.5 ESPN's Franklin and House Sports Talk Show can be seen on YCN's WYCX Outside Television at 5 p.m. every weekday. Tune in daily and get up to date on what's happening in sports.
So On to punt is Celaya there, and he just gets it away. Couple receivers back, and that ball's fielded at the 43. Cutting back on the left side, and he's going to go nowhere. That's number 15 for the Raiders. Ryan Sullivan. He gets back to, just like you said, about the 50-yard line. That's where Lebanon will take over. 3:08 to play in this first quarter.
Today's telecast is being brought to you in part by Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team and so much more. All YCN games are now on Facebook Live at YCN News.
So 1st and 10 from midfield. After turning it over on downs, Lebanon quickly gets the ball back. See if they can pick up where they left off, moving the chains. Handoff up the middle, and running back falls forward for a few yards. That was Sullivan.
Ryan Sullivan on the carry. 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 9, 1-yard gain there. Clock moving. Another low-scoring first quarter. Last week we were up in Middlebury, Vermont, for St. Johnsbury Middlebury in a very low-scoring game.
Ooh.
Pitch to Sullivan, and he wasn't ready for it. That's going to fall right into the hands of the Hanover defender. And I believe Hanover is going to take over. We'll see, and they do say Hanover football. The pitch went to Sullivan, and I don't know if he had the wrong play. He wasn't even looking for it. Looked like he was going out to be the lead blocker in that play. So Hanover takes over. A couple of early fumbles in this one.
Yeah, it definitely looked like there was some miscommunication there, and yeah, it definitely looked like he was going out to be the lead blocker. Had no idea the ball was coming, and yeah, 2 early turnovers, similar to last week, but last week it was interceptions. This week it's fumbles.
Number 11, Alexander Mosenthal under center. Pitch out to Callan Thomas, and he's able to get it out to the edge, and
Number 6, Callan Thomas on the carry.
Thomas just gets enough for the first down. So that'll be 1st down and 10. Marauders,
On the play will bring a 1st down for the
nice gain inside the 40-yard line, so maybe that fumble will give Hanover some life, and they'll be able to put a little drive together.
Yeah, it's definitely a good break for the Marauders, and Lebanon taking over a pretty good field position, and Hanover immediately getting the ball back. Let's see if they can put some points on the board.
Inside handoff. It looked like Mosenthal kind of stumbled there, but he did connect the handoff. And maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain. 2nd down and 9.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. We'll choose the team member that had the greatest impact.
Second and 9. Mosenthal under center. Man goes in motion. Pitch out to his left, and off to the races is Griffin Young, and he is going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, 38-yard touchdown run. And Griffin Young puts the Marauders on the board, 6-0.
Nice job by Young there, rolling out to his left, finding space, and no one was going to catch him once he found that lane there. Nice job by the Marauders. You kind of feel like they were going to score.
Kick is up. It's tipped, but I think it had enough on it. No, it doesn't. It falls short. Looked like he might have still been able to make it even with the tip, because he does have quite a powerful kick, but that is not the case. So the missed extra point keeps the score at 6-0 in favor of the Marauders. With 1:26 to play in the first quarter, we will take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Hanover Marauders with the 38-yard touchdown run. Griffin Young missed extra point, but Marauders lead 6-0. Ball fielded inside the 5, and Lebanon will be running it back, and
87,
Bradley Plodzik returns that.
first down Raiders.
Kick and punt returner for the Raiders. Had a number of those tonight, and they'll start inside their own 20-yard line.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Ramontos in Claremont. Always fresh, always delicious. All YCN games are on Facebook Live at YCN News.
So Lebanon starting. They drive inside the 20-yard line, about the 19. Fumbled on their last possession. This time the pitch is connected to Sullivan. He's out to the outside, but not really able to gain much.
Back by 11, Alexander Rosenthal.
So Ryan Sullivan, the junior running back, getting a lot of the carries. And we've also seen Matthew Islander, senior running back, catching some nice passes. He is on the sidelines right now, so I wonder if he's
Second down.
shaken up or if this is just the package, because he had been in on the first couple drives almost every play.
Yeah, looks like he might be kind of shaking out his left leg a little bit. Hopefully he'll be back soon. But yeah, he's definitely a big part of this offense, so they need him back.
Man goes in motion again. The pitch goes to the right side. I believe that was number 37, Philip Mellish.
37, Philip Ellis on the carry.
Gets a yard or two, so that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Raiders. So a big third down. I mean, we saw Lebanon move the ball very nicely and ultimately turn it over on downs, but now with their big offensive weapon, Islander, out of the game, they seem to be struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Hanover done a nice job of defending the run. Lebanon was really moving the ball when they would throw to Islander short, and without him in the game, definitely changes their game plan.
That's going to do it here for the first quarter as
Number 6,
clock runs out. Lebanon not able to get a play off. They have 3rd down and 9 when we come back after 1 quarter of play from Lebanon, New Hampshire. The Marauders lead the Raiders 6-0. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.